Hey everybody, this is Patrick Shaka, Editor-in-Chief of Yachting Magazine. We are here today at the Cannes Yachting Festival with Matteo Belladinelli from Otam, and we are here to bring you the Otam 58 GTS. Good day, Matteo.
Welcome on board, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah, we had a chance to see this boat on the water a couple days ago, and the thing that struck me about it was, aside from the ride, was the overall performance of this boat. And for people who are looking at a performance boat, Otam is kind of special. And what makes Otam such a high-performing boat?
Thank you for the clear question, which actually obliged me to give a clear answer and actually underline a few key points of why Otam is considered a little world apart. We made a clear choice to be in the range in the field of fast yachts. It's not only the power and the size of the engine that give you a performance. What I'm talking about is a deep V hull shape, 21 degrees dead rise angle, which gives us a very fast reactiveness, performance and attitude of the boat itself. Plus, we over-engineered our structures, interior structure, and the boat is not done in simple GRP. The boat is laminated in Kevlar. It's a mixture between Kevlar and Aramat that makes the boat a way more solid and rigid, and of course, is not as that light as you might think. Going fast is definitely a mixture between weight and power ratio, but we will never go for the lightest boat possible. The boat has to be solid. The more the boat is solid, the more comfortable and safe you feel. We went out a couple of days ago for a spin over 56 knots. Actually, we exceeded the contractual maximum speed, which was 55. At the day of the first test, we did more than 58, of course, then without personal belongings on board. But I believe that when you felt yourself making a U-turn at 50, 52 knots, you have to feel safe, first of all. Going too light won't take up to the comfort that our clients, they do look for. The world standard is something that is not actually in our vocabulary. When standard is the hull shape. Whatever you see is then built by hand on board, like the built-in interiors, and entirely customized on client choice.
Yeah, so that's an important point you're bringing up. Is that in this size range, you don't see full customization.
Thank you.
And in a 58-footer, an owner can walk on here and say, I want to put my personal stamp, and this is the boat I want, and you build it.
And I bet you are not talking about leathers or colors. We are talking about structural modifications. We are talking about major and extreme modification. We made a clear choice. The shipyard is about to celebrate our 67th birthday. We want and we can make 3-4 boats per year. No more than that, due to the fact that we build our boats by hand, especially the interiors. Like for instance, the interior bulkheads, they are not just lying on the floor, but they are welded and laminated from the keel, from the hull to the deck, which then when you assemble hull and deck, it comes out to be a monolithic structure. Yeah. Again, never too light. We use Aramat and Kevlar, bouncing and riding over 50 knots in 20 years. Then you must come out with a result. To us, it's not a choice, it's a must. The boat must be over rigid, over structured, and must be super safe in terms of weight.
Yeah. So I mean, my takeaway is it's not just performance; it's performance with comfort.
No. It can be only performance. We are no more. We quit with offshore racings. Offshore racings brings you from A to B. You don't need to think about the cabins. You don't need to think about more than 2 tons of music system on top of our head. When is the time of having a family on board and spending weeks or months? Or like in this case, the boat has done more than 3,000 nautical miles in 5 weeks after delivery.
Wow.
Pretty much, I would say, he covered 40% of the med. We can't be so fast and not taking care about the comfort. Boating has to be safe. Boating has to be comfortable, and being able to put all this into a well-proven hull shape and into a very fuel-efficient hull shape.
Yeah,
That's quite a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, the boat runs on rails when this thing is at speed. It cruises like 45 knots, you know?
Yeah.
But you can dial in the type of performance you'd like, because you can put whatever, you have engine options here that you can swap out. This is the biggest engine option available, correct?
Correct. In the GTS version is so far the more powerful. I already invite you for the next one. Everyone is trying to go.
And the engines in this boat are?
2 MTU by 1,830 HP. Okay. And again, it's a boat you can cruise at 40, 45 knots cruising speed, and then up to 56, 58, allowed me to say, depending on who is at the wheel.
But if somebody wanted to put smaller MTUs, that's possible?
Absolutely. Our, let's say, base offer is with MTU 1006, which will give you a top speed exceeding 52 knots, which is already, I would say, quite a remarkable number. What I would say is the real number that buyers and builders look at is the cruising speed. No one goes 10 hours at the maximum speed. The secret is to have quite a remarkable cruising speed, knowing that at that cruising speed, in our case, Bad Boy's case, is over 45 knots, she burned less than 10 liters per mile, which, if you make the calculation, going from here to Sardinia, it's no more than 3 hours, burning way less than other boats, simply because of the time.
Yeah, you're saving the time, so you're saving the
I mean, liter per mile, fair enough. But then, how long does it take?
Right.
I burn 100 liters less, but then you go 4 hours more. So it's the equation has to be taken into consideration.
So on the GTS that we're on today, again, the owners can design however they like. What did this owner want, and kind of what's the layout of this boat?
What you see, as in all Otam units, is entirely reflecting the owner choice. Nothing is standard except, as I said, the hull and the engine room shape and volume. We never compromise on that. What you see has been designed forehand with the owner, so they can choose the shape of the helmet, the shape of the helm station, more than the shape of the pilot seats. It goes without saying it. Materials. Those are not customizations. I mean, I'm talking about shapes and furniture that they are built, again, by hand on board. We don't send a shop drawing to a woodmaker that gives us a truck and then we simply assemble. The boats are built in, so the old partitions and the old wood pieces, they are made by hand, avoiding imperfections the more we can, and mainly avoiding vibrations. So having all these structural bulkheads plus a built-in interior plus the limitless freedom that we choose to give to clients, this makes us a little world apart. No matter if we are all in the same boat show, we are definitely part of the industry, but I would say by choice, we are on the other side of the medal.
So in addition to the GTS, you have a couple other versions of a 58 that you can order, and those would be?
The iconic ones, they were the pure open one, 58 open, or HD, hardtop.
So in addition to the 58, what are some of the other models that you offer?
Our line goes from 45 footer, let's say the entry level, so it's 45. Again, can be open, can be GTS, can be hardtop. Then 58, then 70, which again has been designed by Giuseppe Bagnardi, BG Design Firm. Then we go 80, 85 GTS, and the new 90. The new 90, it's already in production. Our number one has been sold. And I promise you, I can't wait to be on board of that one. And in a couple of years, she will be shown at the Cannes Boat Show.
So Matteo, thank you very much for giving us this look of the 58 GTS. And if somebody wanted more information, where could they find it?
On Otam website, www.otam.it, and of course, Matteo Bellardinelli
Hey.
at otam.com.
You can just call him Matteo. Again, thank you, and thank you for spending time with us at the Cannes Yachting Festival on the Otam 58 GTS. But stay tuned for more, because more is coming.